Yo, what's going on with YouTube? We are live. Let's go. What is going on with YouTube? It's your main man, Fortunes, and we are live in full effect, man. It's your main man, and we're here to discuss the Air Jordan 4 a ma manière. Man, so I thought I'd try something a little bit different, drop a video, and also go live since this shoe is coming out December 23rd at 9 a.m. So that would put us right at Tuesday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we do have this Air Jordan 4 Retro SP a ma manière Dark Mocha. So I know there's a lot of content out there. I know there is a lot going on. And this year is just about a wrap. So there has been a lot of discussion talking about sneaker of the year, what you call APB, a ma manière, social status. So these are really cool stores because man, you can pick up a lot of these collabs out of there. But what would y'all say? What would y'all say? Where are you leaning towards your sneaker of the year? I know most people would probably say that Brick by Bricks, man, that was an absolute banger. But you know what I say? Man, it ain't over until it's over, man. You had the Black Cat 4s just come out of nowhere, hit you upside the head, and then you even had the Gammas. Man, the Gammas, man, they said, look, we about to come out with some shoes for the real sneakerheads. And man, once they hit that nail on the head, put both of those shoes in the holiday rush, people are saying, man, shoes are sitting. See, because we're not even used to panicking, man. We're not even used to panicking over these shoes. And they gave us two shoes that we had to, hold up. But man, it's crazy, y'all. So, bringing us to one of the final good releases of the year, the a ma manière Air Jordan 4 Dark Mocha. So again, there won't be many people going live. There won't be many people discussing the discussion of the a ma manière Dark Mocha. But this stuff never changes, y'all. It never changes. People make fun of stuff, they hate on it, and then when it comes out and it's bussing and the quality is incredible, oh man, I need those. Oh man. So again, a ma manière has been short printing their stuff or short producing it, however you want to say. They produced way too many pairs of those a ma manière 3. What do they call those? The black ones? Shoot. Man, I can't remember the name of that one because I'm on the spot. But I do have a pair of those in there. But we've talked about those so much. We don't need to talk about those anymore. But anyway, those came out. They were banging. People loved them. But they made so many pairs that they were sitting on the site, and some of them ended up in Ross and stuff like that. So those were probably B grades, but now we're seeing other shoes end up at Ross, such as Military Blues. We're seeing Black Cement 3s at the Ross. We're seeing undefeated 4s. Somebody found some white cement 4s at the Ross and the Burlington, man. It's going crazy. Even in my city, we found pairs at the Ross. I found some Air Jordan 1 Air Jordan None breads, man, because you ain't got no retros in those. But man, anyway, let's get back to the a ma manière subject. So a ma manière has produced some really banging, I mean absolutely banging collabs with the Air Jordan brand. Now we have seen them absolutely snap. Let's be real about this. They have absolutely snapped at times. a ma manière. So will this be a shoe that is a part of that snapping effect? Will we get the snap? Will they snap back and say, "Look, man, y'all was sleeping on us, so we come out busting"? So, all right. So let's start off with the first shoe that I got exposed to a ma manière, which I finally found it, which I think that is the closest shoe to this release. So here we have it right here, which I recently picked this up and finally got in the collection. The Air Jordan 4 Violet Ore Amamanier. So again, this shoe is banging. There was a player from the university where I was buying his shoes. He sold me a 12 and a half. Man, y'all know I can't fit no 12 and a half. I need that 13, man. He sold me a 12 and a half of a Photon Dust Jordan 4. So he wanted to get them so that he could get the Raptor 4s. So once I bought his shoes, man, he went out and got the Raptor 4s. Man, let's go. So again, y'all, to me, this is the closest shoe to the one that's coming out. To me, in my personal opinion, I think this one was a banger. I don't think people went crazy over these, but I think this was a good shoe that came out at a good time where people were super hyped about the collab. But even those never went for a lot of money. Maybe they did, but when I came into sneakers, those were not going for a lot of money, but they were still relevant. A lot of people wanted these, but I wanted them because I thought they were dope. Even though they weren't going for a lot, I still wanted them because I thought they were dope. So, bringing us to our next four, which is the next closest thing. This is the Air Jordan 4 While You Were Sleeping. And I think this one was an absolute banger. Man, look at the details. Look at the quality. That nice rough suede on there, that rough suede. And this is a whole nother material on each panels. And look at how they cut out right there, the jaggedness on there. So, I mean, yo, these joints are absolutely banging. But again, these are only going for $175. Nike dropped these and just dumped them on the website on sale for $175. So you could have paid $50 to $60 less by waiting, 4 or 5 months. You could have got these on sale. And again, you can even freak these things out. They come with additional laces and going stupid, man. These things are going crazy. So, and which brings me to my final pair of Amamaniers, which is my personal favorite. And the verdict is still out, but the Air Force One Amamaniers. So my biggest video yet of the Amamaniers is the Air Force One. So it's crazy, y'all, man. This shoe was banging. I mean, look at the details, y'all. This is basically a linen, and look at the clear bottoms, man. Going stupid. So with this shoe, you even have, look at this right here. Woo! See, now that's quality. That is quality. Now, again, this was my biggest video. I was one of the only YouTubers to review this shoe. One of the only people to review the Amamanier While You Were Sleeping Air Force One. So that could be true with this shoe as well. I could be one of the few, the only to be reviewing this shoe. But again, I am a big Air Force One guy, and I am a big Amamanier guy. So the only one I'm missing is the Air Max Amamanier. I do want to get one of those. I think there's 2 or 3 colorways of those that are pretty dope. And I do like those. I do really appreciate those. So y'all, are y'all copping this shoe? Are y'all done? Are y'all done for the year? Did you get every release? Did you get every pair that you were chasing after? Because, man, this year was tough. Nike made it tough, man, from the SBs doing some crazy link to the Air Jordan 1 Union. So you, for a lot of shoes, had to come out of pocket. Man, you had to come out of pocket, or you had to trade. You had to trade. Like, you remember the old Pokemon game where you had to hook up the cables and you had to trade to get some? Man, that's going way back. But man, y'all would have to trade shoes in to get more shoes. So I always say this when we get to the end of the year. We get to the end of the year in sneakers. I always say, sell all available used pairs. Now, why would I say that? What do I mean by that? Well, one thing for certain that we know is the Air Jordan 4 Bred 2019 OG is coming back. Okay, so what am I supposed to do with all those Bred Reimagines that I bought? Man, I got a stack of them sitting over there. No, I ain't got a stack of them, but I do got 2 of them. So one is new, one is used. So which one do you think is going to be worth more money in the future? And which one do you think is going to be worth less money in the future? Now, hold it. I'm not telling you to go out and sell your Bred 4 Reimagined. especially if you don't care about getting the 2019 OG. But the time is going to come where everybody's going to be going after the new shoe, the 2019 OG, and people ain't going to be looking at that bread reimagined. They'll be like, oh, that was three years ago. So you could put yourself into a conundrum where you have an irrelevant shoe that's used that isn't worth very much money. So think about that. Think about that. There are shoes that I have that I held on way too long. There were shoes that I had that I never should have bought them to begin with because they were used and irrelevant. And I think that's the trap that a lot of people fall into as far as resellers. They go out and buy all these crazy Jordans, but they never even see if there's a market for them, and they're used. Unless you have a serious following, unless you have a platform, unless you have a brand, man, you're going to have a tough time selling that shoe. So what I always say is just sell them. You're like, man, I paid this, man. I paid this for it. Like, yeah, that's true. You did pay it. But, man, that shoe is only worth what someone else is willing to pay you for it. So bring me to my next subject. So if you have a Bread 4 Reimagined, just go ahead and keep it. Man, because you paid that good money for it and you still enjoy the shoe, go ahead and keep it. But it might be a good time to sell some pairs in your collection that you have worn to the point where they do still have some value. Because every time that year turns over, the used shoes are getting devalued each as time goes on, but new shoes are getting more valuable as time goes on because there's less of them, and there's more used shoes than new shoes, so they just start getting rarer and rarer. The new shoes get more and more rare, so the value is always going up. So that's kind of something that I've learned since 23, because I had all these shoes. Like I had the Jordan 3 Palomino, and I was wearing them, and it was to the point where I almost wore them into the ground. I said, man, I got to get some money for these. And then I had the 2013 Grapes, and I was just about to wear those into the ground, and I had to sell them. So a dude paid me $75. I think I paid like $95 to get them used, and he paid me $75. So, man, I'll take that eight times a day and twice on Sunday and Tuesday and Monday. Man, I will take that deal every single time because it's what it is. But, yeah, getting back to these Mama years, we're getting distracted. But, man, don't hesitate to sell your used shoes, man, because the price is going to be even less when you try to sell it next time. But it's up to you. If you pay good money for your shoes and you don't want to take low offers, then just go ahead and keep them and wear them into the ground and build your collection. So, again, these joints are going for $283 in my size 13. So, I remember they came out with a Jordan 3 diffused blue. Man, those are pretty nice, too. I like those. But how rough? Okay, so but we see. All right, so I think did they come out with 3 shoes this year or is it 4? Okay, so they made a Jordan 5, and they made a Jordan 4, and a Jordan 3. Okay, so they did make 3 shoes this year. Okay, and a Jordan 6. Jordan 6. Okay, so to me, I would go 5, 6, and maybe this one. So I would grab 2 of those shoes. I would leave the 3s alone. Nobody's even talking about the 3s. See, because you want to buy shoes that are still relevant, that are going to be relevant, and I think this shoe is going to be relevant. We have seen so many shoes drop in a short time frame, because think about it, in the last 2 weeks, we have seen Soulfly 3s, Jordan 4 Black Cats, Jordan 11 Gammas, we got Jordan 4 Almamineers. Didn't we just have a crazy Kobe come out too? A crazy Kobe and some other shoes, all within 2.5 weeks. Oh, and don't forget the Bugs Bunny 8s. Like, man, this has been a crazy December. And again, no shoe is safe during holiday time. So, y'all, let me know, are you copping? Are you passing like John Stockton? Let me know what you're going to do with the Almamineer Dark Mocha. So, remember, if we can't catch y'all on the flip side, we'll catch you in the next video, man. So, again, let me know. We're going to drop this right before the shoes drop or tomorrow morning, however it works. So, hopefully, y'all can cop if you want. Or hopefully, you won't have much competition. All right, y'all, if we can't catch you on the flip side, man, we might see y'all in 2026.